नमस्ते बाबा जी, मेरी एक समस्या है।
हाँ जी बताइए, समस्या बताइए।
जब भी इंस्टाग्राम खोलता हूँ सब लोग पार्टी करते रहते हैं, एंजॉय करते रहते हैं। मुझे बहुत लेफ्ट आउट फील होता है, बहुत फोमो फील होता है।
कितने लोग हैं यहाँ जिनको फोमो की बीमारी है? जेनजी में हो रही है आजकल।
हाँ बाबा जी।
दोस्तों की लाइफ ज्यादा कूल लगती है।
बिल्कुल।
आज इसके लिए आसन बताएंगे। आजा ऊपर आ जा, आजा ऊपर आजा। कपालभाति आता है तेरे को?
बिल्कुल नहीं।
कैंसर कैसे ठीक होगा रे तेरा?
मेरे को नहीं है।
चल कोई नहीं, नया आसन करते हैं।
ओके।
राइट पैर को लेफ्ट पैर पे डालिए।
आपके कि मेरे?
अरे अपने रे। चल अब अपने लेफ्ट हाथ को राइट हाथ से पकड़िए, अच्छे से करिए माता जी। हाँ, मोटी हो गई आप बहुत। अब पकड़ो जरा, इसको पकड़ो।
अरे
हाँ,
पर बाबा जी इसकी क्या जरूरत है?
बिस्किट खिलाइए, बिस्किट। ये है बिस्किट आसन, आपकी सारी फोमो की समस्या का एक समाधान।
पर ये क्यों खिला रहे हैं बाबा जी मेरे को?
बाबा जी इसको ये समझाने के लिए तो एक गाना लगेगा।
हाँ तो बीट देना तू।
एक छोटो डिक्चिक लगा रे।
स्वामी इनकी मेट शहर में डाल। देखो बाबा
कमाईता ज्यादा, सस्ते में मस्ती। मैं गुरु को योगा सिखा रेला, हरिद्वार में ही केमिकल ऑर्गेनिक बनाते और पीआर क्रेजी। मैगी शैम्पू साबुन सब कुछ बिक रहा क्रेजी ब्रो, ये एफएमसीजी। आयुर्वेदा इन माय जोन, आईटीसी यूथ बिगाड़े तो मैंने जींस भी बेची। मेरे पे कोविड का तोड़ है ब्रो, लाया मैं कोरोनिल को। शैम्पू है सस्ता और आंवला नकली ब्रो, 4% ओनर दो पर पूरी शक्ल मेरी गदा जी को।
Everybody in India knows Patanjali, but in my research, I found that there are two sides to Patanjali. On one hand, it is a company that generates lots of money, a successful example of a TV personality who successfully made the conversion to selling products. A company that took India's roots and built a successful business out of it. On the other hand, is a dark side. A company that is constantly under the scanner for substandard products, ASCI and FSSAI violations. Let's start with the good side first. See, credit where credit's due. Patanjali has built a 10,000 crore company, but with a very different company culture. It runs on a Gurubai culture where whenever Ramdev walks in, all employees have to drop what they're doing and touch his feet. This is normal if they were doing it just for Ramdev since he's a guru, but they also have to do it for the CEO and other senior staff who are basically just businessmen. Meetings are not done on a round table but on floors to show that everybody is equal and everybody is a disciple. I think that's a very good thing. There is a narrative that they're building a truly Indian company and it's basically a fight against these MNC colonizers, which is partly true. A lot of what they manufacture isn't manufactured inside Patanjali. It's simply impossible at their scale, so they outsource very well. They have very good suppliers. And since many people work at Patanjali work as a form of seva, their margins are also very high and also allow them to price their products lower than the competition. When you see two products in a store and you see that the Tata salt is 18 rupees and the Patanjali salt is 12 rupees, what are you going to go for? Because as we've studied, consumer wallet size in India is pretty small. Let me also give you a little bit of background about Ramdev. Ramdev is the son of an illiterate farmer, attended a government school and then attended Arsh Gurukul Mahavidyalaya, followed by studying at Kalwa Gurukul where he met his co-founder Balakrishna. Balakrishna seems to be the business mind and owns 94% of the company, with Ramdev owning nothing. India, especially Indians over the age of 40, has a fierce sense of patriotism and loyalty. And Patanjali saw that gap. To have MNC dynamics, which is the scale of an MNC, but have truly Indian roots were the goal, and Patanjali made that happen. And their products were aimed at the highest target addressable market in India. For example, Dant Kanti is a 1,000 crore brand. Herbal soap sells 500 crores worth of soap a year. Their atta is 400 crores in sales per year and many more. In reality, all of these products have their own brands, but this house of brands strategy, spearheaded by their first Ayurveda chain, seems to be the winning strategy in India. It started selling products in the beginning through its own channel of super distributors, and chikitsalyas, which are franchisee dispensaries, and arogya kendras. Chikitsalaya, for example, are pharmacies where specialists analyze patients for free, just like the doctor-patient relationship. It's like a doctor's diagnosis and then Ayurvedic medicines are recommended. Patanjali's Arogya Kendras, for example, are their well-being centers. And they also have non-drug centers called Swadeshi Kendras. People think that Patanjali doesn't advertise, but it absolutely does. In fact, if you just take a random sample of 20-year-olds and 50-year-olds, which target group do you think has more money? And Patanjali also knows what they watch, which is why Patanjali is not advertising on YouTube. They spend about 2% of their revenue on ads, usually on Star TV and Z, where your mom and dad sit and watch TV. Now, obviously, Patanjali is a great business, but I want to talk about the dark side. Patanjali is the only company we've encountered in our history of case studies that is involved in so many scams and fraud cases with their products. Again, this is not a character assassination against Ramdev or against Patanjali, but we are telling you, we're reporting what we found.
नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट्स के नाम पे हमने इंडियंस को फूल होते तो बहुत देखा, लेकिन रियल एफडीए रिपोर्ट्स के हिसाब से तो हमारे खुद के प्रोडक्ट्स ही नेचुरल नहीं है। आइए हम आपको दिखाते हैं ऋषियों के नाम और फैक्ट्री की ताकत पे बेस्ड गतंजलि नेचुरल च्यवनप्राश का एक छोटा सा एक्सपेरिमेंट। अब देखिए कमाल। चल बेटा डुबकी मार, लेना रे। आइए हम आपको दिखाते हैं ऋषियों के नाम और फैक्ट्री की ताकत पे बेस्ड गतंजलि नेचुरल च्यवनप्राश का एक छोटा सा एक्सपेरिमेंट। बेटा खाना, अब देखिए कैसे होगा कमाल। चल डुबकी लगा, लगाना रे।
2 hours later.
पापा जी ये तो उठ ही नहीं रहा।
आज ही कॉल करें 1-800 स्कैम के बाबा, ऑल नेचुरल स्टेरॉइड्स अवेलेबल। व्हाट द रेफरेंस?
See, Ramdev's willingness to endure low margins is one of the secrets of Patanjali's ability to keep prices low. But the other ingredient for keeping prices low is the reframing of labor as spiritual seva. Ramdev claims that working for Patanjali is a divine service for the benefit of the nation, for Swadeshi, of Indian heritage, of yoga and Ayurveda. Noble causes. But if you as an employee of Patanjali go and ask him for an increment, you are going to be seen as selfish and anti-India, because that is the narrative that runs inside the company, and we have spoken to people inside the company to make sure of what we're talking about. He plays on deeply embedded insecurities that the public has against multinational colonizers. See, I'm a patriot, I love the country, but I hate people who take the idea of the country and pay people peanuts. Workers are paid 6,000 rupees per month, working 12-hour shifts 6 days a week. 6,000 rupees a month in the name of the country. Many of us must have experienced our parents and grandparents advocating Patanjali products because they are fresh, natural, and tested properly before being marketed. Some die-hard fans even believe that all the products are manufactured in one place under the guidance of Baba Ramdev and Acharya Balakrishna. But practically for a company the size of Patanjali, which is 10,000 crores in revenue, it's impossible to manufacture without a third party, which raises questions over the claims they make about the purity, ingredients, and that quality assurance of products. And we dug deeper. It was not a surprise for me to know that they already have 33 complaints for misleading advertisements and violating ASCI standards. Their advertisement for Chyawanprash was banned by the Delhi HC in 2017 for attacking their competitors. And their products such as Amla juice and Ayurvedic medicines have been banned for poor quality. In fact, the Ministry of Defense Canteen Stores Department, which is the CSD, suspended Patanjali's Amla juice after receiving an adverse state and central lab test report on the product. In Rajasthan, mustard oil sold by Patanjali was found substandard by the FSSAI's Alwar laboratory. There are several such incidents related to their noodles, honey, etc. It's just there was pages and pages of this. Acharya Balakrishna, the person behind all these medicines and all these products, has no knowledge or experience in Ayurveda. Not a good look for someone who owns 94% of the company. Is Patanjali an ideal company whose footsteps all other companies should follow because they're making 10,000 crores? I'm not so sure. Ramdev has had 100 cases filed against him by the government of Uttarakhand for a number of offenses. The company has been accused of misleading advertising about its products and poor testing before being marketed. Between April 2005 and July 2016, 33 complaints, like I told you, were received against 21 different misleading advertisements, and 17 of those violated ASCI standards. In September 2017, the Delhi High Court ordered the company to stop airing an advertisement for its Chyawanprash brand, which I just told you about, which basically attacked a competitor on live TV. Patanjali has been taking many actions which are against science, law, and morality, and even common sense sometimes. See, we test things that we make because even natural things can be poison. Nature is brutal. Don't forget. Everyone in the comments forgets this. Nature is not the kindest, most amazing thing on the planet. And I know people are going to attack me for this. Therefore, I am putting list of known toxic effects of Ayurvedic drugs in the description. No, it doesn't mean you are wrong. This means that many of these drugs are actually causing effects, some of them work, and many of them are actually useful. In our research, we found the drug andrographis, for example, which is a very powerful immune suppressant, even better than steroids for some diseases. But just like steroids, you need to do dose control. If you have too much, you're going to be in trouble, like any other medicine. Dose and quantity matters to the exact decimal, just like in medicines. And there are many claims that Baba Ramdev keeps making about this. For example, he claims that Kapal Bharati can cure all your diseases. But cardiologists are against this as it can worsen the problem of heart disease and high blood pressure. Patanjali goods are always claimed to be natural and herbal, but in its very initial days, there were allegations that it uses animal contents in its products. Again, this was an allegation, not a proper list item. Many of the others that I've spoken about are proper list items. This was an allegation, very, very important for me to make that difference. Ramdev has learned over the last 20-30 years how to control narrative. And we saw this when COVID-19 came out. In 2019, Patanjali saw that as an opportunity to get more business and announced a drug named Coronil, marketing it as a cure for COVID-19 patients. The drug attracted negative publicity in the market and several criminal complaints, criminal, not civil complaints, were filed for misleading and putting the lives of people at risk. The Madras High Court even fined the company 10 lakhs for exploiting fear and panic among the general public by projecting a cure for the coronavirus. In February 2021, the Indian Express, Times of India, The Hindu, and Live Mint reported Patanjali Ayurved's claim that Coronil had been approved by the Ministry of Ayush and certified by the World Health Organization. Again, this guy is a master at creating narratives. The reports indicated that Ramdev had released studies showing that Coronil was effective against COVID-19 at a press conference attended by Union Health Minister and Transport Minister. In a News Nation interview, Ramdev accused doctors of allopathic terrorism for even doubting Coronil's effectiveness. But on 22nd February, the WHO said, hey, we didn't review or certify the effectiveness of any traditional medicine for the treatment of COVID. Forget about this medicine, we have not approved any traditional medicine. Why are people using our name? Several news and fact-checking outlets, including The Wire, Alt News, BBC News, The Economic Times, they ran fact-checking articles that debunked this claim of Ramdev. Coronil had not received any approval regarding its effectiveness as a treatment against COVID-19. It is as good as water.
कोविड की समस्या पूरे भारतवर्ष में फैल चुकी है और गतंजलि ने बना लिया है उसका सलूशन। आइए आपको दिखाते हैं। आप में से किन किन को कोविड है? हाँ, जिसको नहीं है वो आगे आ जाओ। बाकी दो को ये पकड़। क्या आपको कोविड है?
नहीं बाबा जी।
क्योंकि इन्होंने लिया कोरोनिल। आप भी ऑर्डर करें 1-800 स्कैम सेव बाबा gatanjali.com आज ही डाउनलोड करें।
Like the list of things we found, I gave you so many lists. There are like 300-400 line items, right? Of quality assurance failures at factories, lots of stuff. I'd have to make a 40-minute video on this. But I'll tell you why they're doing it. They price their products really low, and it's a great strategy for people to choose them. It makes business sense. It doesn't make ethical and moral sense. They pay their talent very low wages. And if you look at the examples of COVID and infertility, Ramdev is basically using every problem as a marketing problem and then starts pushing out products and narrative without testing. It's dangerous. And I really don't mind, and I think I can speak for most of India, if they raise their prices by 3 to 4 rupees in order to improve quality. They have the brand value now. They should do it if they care about their loyal customers. Again, and very important for me to say, we wish all the best for an Indian company with Indian roots doing so well. It's a case study for us to learn from. All I wish is when somebody like me sits and does deep research on a company like this, I don't want to find a laundry list of scams and frauds and quality assurance. It shakes my confidence. So I'm asking you, Patanjali, do better.